Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Please stand for the national anthem of Barbados. Please be seated.
Don't bother to ask me why I'm whining like if it's out of style. In the middle of the party is where you will find me. And my posse doing Dixie, music got me tipsy. Oh, I don't know about you, but this is what we do, this is what we do. Roll that, bumper girl, roll that, roll that. This is what we do. Wind that, bumper girl, wind that, wind that. This is what we do. Shake that, bumper girl, shake that, shake that. Oh, I don't know about you, but this is what we do. Festival in the air and I'm ready to get on. Bacchanal everywhere, it's walking up season. Don't just stand up there watching me like I'm crazy. Don't
Let's welcome our host for this evening's CBU Media Awards, Mr. Pearson Bowen.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sure, like you, like me, I'm sweating from that performance from one of Barbados' best, Dancing Africa, which is 33 years in this business of entertaining spaces with energy. And so your energy is what we're celebrating tonight as well. So we want you to give another round of applause for the excellence of Dancing Africa. With special recognition to their choreographer who was standing in the wings watching like an angel just to ensure that they proceeded nicely, Miss Jennifer Seeley as well. So to all of them, a big, big thank you. I have the pleasure this evening of keeping you company as we recognize some significant contributions made by all of you in this business we call media. And so this evening, let's recognize the Vice President of Colombia who's with us, the Ambassador of Colombia to Barbados, UNCR's Barbados and Eastern Caribbean representative, Mr. Simon Springett, UNESCO's representative for the Caribbean, Eric Fault, UNICEF's representative, and Ms. Shantal Munro-Knight, Dr. Shantal Munro-Knight, who is the Minister of Culture in the Prime Minister's office. To each of you, ladies and gentlemen, you look smart. Thank you so very much for showing up for really what we show out best, which is content creators. And as in our business, we say, content is king, and that is indeed a fact. Importantly, though, it is quality content which will reign forever. And tonight, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union will recognize quality in 52 categories of television, radio, print, and digital content, as well as the creators of that content from right here in our region. But before that, let's hear from the 36th Regional CBU Media Awards Chief Judge, Mr. Andrew Millington, and he's not here, but big thanks to UWITV for making it possible for us to hear his message.
Honorable Ministers of Government, the Secretary General of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, members of the board, distinguished guests, good evening. It is an honor and a pleasure to greet you this evening as Chief Judge for the 36th Caribbean Broadcasting Union Media Awards. I regret that personal matters prevented me from joining you in person, but this certainly does not absolve me of the responsibility of sharing a few comments regarding the judging process. First, congratulations to the nominees, and to those of you receiving prizes tonight, I salute you. The judges join you in celebrating the best the Caribbean offers in both the content and creativity of our media ecosystem. Last year, in our review and evaluation of the awards, we acknowledged an important trend. Members across the region were making greater efforts to enhance their standards and reputation. As a result, the number of submissions was increasing, and in many cases, the quality of the work was higher. That meant our judging needed to address this welcome challenge. We added more judges of varying expertise, and we paid specific attention to newer forms of distribution, like, for example, web-based media. Of course, we were prepared to do this without compromising our own and the Caribbean Broadcasting Union standards of excellence. As expected, 2025 then proved again to be a record-breaking year. This year, 30 organizations representing 11 countries and territories, as well as a pan-regional entity, submitted 551 submissions for 61 categories, a 13% increase from last year. The judges immediately went to work with enthusiasm, exhibiting a keen sense of dedication and commitment to fairly assessing your work. I believe they are inspired not only by a love for the media, but a keen respect for the work you produce. A few reflections of our media landscape have emerged after the judging process. Now, you receive strong support from international development partners, regional organizations, and commercial entities. But I caution you, you must continue to serve the region in ensuring our communities are reliably informed and engaged in order to confront the local and global challenges. I need not repeat them here. But we cannot rest on our laurels. There is still more work to be done. The dynamic of change is now a constant. While we're still designing strategies to deal with the ever-evolving phenomena of social media, we are now engaging in the dynamic of technology and artificial intelligence, the impact of which is only now being felt in many forms across the region. Our media is no exception. We must ensure that our standards protect and sustain a human-centered approach that promotes the culture and well-being of our people. Now, together, let us continue to strive for excellence and innovation in Caribbean media. Do enjoy the evening, and again, congratulations on your accomplishments.
It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, to present the first batch of winners in the advertising category, which covers both traditional commercials and public service announcements. And right off, let me just let you know, those of you who will be recognized as special mentions, you will be given your certificates of recognition after the show. So we want you to not have to parade to the front, but just to hang on. After the show, you'll be given your certificates. All right, it's time now to present the first batch, and we are joined for the best commercial radio by Dr. Claire Grant, immediate past president of the CBU, to make the presentations. First, we'll announce the Special Mention Prize recipients. I'm hoping that we would have seen this on the screen like you. But nonetheless, congratulations to all of you. What I can tell you now is that the winner for Best Radio Commercial goes to Building Alone Merry Money, Jason Best of National Broadcasting Corporation, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Congratulations to NBC St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now for the Best Commercial Television. Thank you. And so the recipient of the award for Best Commercial Television goes to Channel 5 Christmas Card 2024. Rick Romero, Cleon Barrow, and Monily Aspinall. Thank you, Channel 5, and thank you, Dr. Grant, as well. Next up is the category Digital Best Public Service Advertising. And I received the envelope. The award goes to, there you see it, Best Public Service Digital Advertising, Be Beat Smart Quiz One Flags by Esther Jones of the Barbados Government Information Service. Esther. Thank you, BGIS, as well. In 2018, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union introduced categories for digital content. Since then, the number of entries has continued to grow, encompassing material from legacy media as well as Caribbean media houses that are found only online. The next set of awards are presented to digital content, including production categories, themed categories, and for digital content creation. Please come to the stage to make these presentations, Mr. Eric Fault, UNESCO's regional representative for the Caribbean. To get the ball rolling, we will recognize the best news story in digital format. The first two are special mentions to Starcom Network. Oh, wait, did I step ahead of myself? I hope I didn't spoil the surprise for you. Did you see the surprise? You should not be watching TV. Special mentions, we acknowledge your performances and your contributions as well. The Barbados Government Information Service, Build Your Own Door. There it is, thumbs up from your participants indeed. Sharon Austin. And now we announce, I hope they're ready to come do what they have to do. The recipient of the award for Best News Story Digital. After Hurricane Beryl, The Road to Recovery by Tonisha Rockyaw and Gabrielle Williams of Starcom Network.
According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, on June 20.
Well done, congratulations, Tonisha. Up next is the best sports story, and we're starting by announcing the winner of a special mention certificate. And so the heart beats. Who received special mention for sports? Here it comes. Special mention to the Barbados Government Information Service.
So what is so important about these WSL events coming here and such a high level being a QS 5000 is you're getting...
Riding the wave. Great work, BGIS. Great work indeed. And now, the award for Best Digital Story in Sports. That goes to I Am Not Disabled, I Am This Abled, Hippolito Novello of Great Belize Media. Now, as you do know, digital content creators are particularly active in producing investigative work. And the judges found worthy of special mention a number of people that we just showed you. And the judges also recognized what you have been able to contribute. And so the award winner in the category now of Best Digital Investigative Work is...
It was Saturday,
Underground Blood Sport, Cockfighting in Jamaica by Giovanni Dennis and Omar Samuels of RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Jamaica. Well done all, and thank you, sir, for making the presentation. Mr. Falk, thank you. Thank you. Well, we are tonight pleased to see the response by our sponsors to the digital content categories. Once again, supporting the CBU's Media Awards in the Nature Conservancy's Caribbean Division. And we call on stage now Marketing and Communications Director, TNC Caribbean, Dr. Cleveland Sam. The award in the digital category Excellence in Environmental Reporting on Coral Reefs, sponsored by the Nature Conservancy Caribbean Division, goes to Our Fragments of Hope by Esther Jones, the Barbados Government Information Service, Barbados.
Laughing Bird Key is one of Fragments of Hope oak planting sites. It's a replenished site.
Well done, Esther Jones, and thank you, Dr. Sam, as well. Thank you. Our next themed award for digital content recognizes excellence in reporting on trafficking in persons. That award now goes to Tricked into Sex Slavery, Global Crackdown Hasn't Stopped Caribbean Traffickers. That's a production by Latinga Smith, Marion Ali, Sonia Gray, Valerie Friss, and Roseanne Pyle from Caribbean Investigative Journalism Network. So you know, the final digital themed category is sponsored now by the Caribbean Culture Fund and is for excellence in media coverage for Caribbean arts and culture. I'd like to invite to the stage now Executive Director of CCF, Ms. Kelly Magnus, to present the prizes. But before, we want to begin with an entry that was found worthy of special mention. Receiving special mention this evening is Greater Belize Media. So I'm pleased now to announce to you the recipient of the themed award Digital Excellence in Media Coverage of Caribbean Arts and Culture. It goes to Mash Up, the music that made us pan. Executive producer TTT Limited, producer Stacey Wyke, host Keston Topman, camera operators Perron Dero and Kashon Kitsideno. It's for TTT Limited. And so the CBU Awards also showcase the men and women who often are not recognized, but who do the wonderful work of creating. In the digital format, we move now to the award for Best Social Media Content Creator. The envelope, please. Thank you. The Best Social Media Content Creator is in the production Taste of the Holidays, Pigtail Blaster, Christmas Traditions, Trevon Stout doing video, and local talent reel. Michael Elcock, Aisha Reed, Sheena Weeks, Andre Olton, Anthony Husbands, and Fabian Belgrave of the Barbados Government Information Service. Well done, Barbados Government Information Service, on your award. We'll now take a brief break, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 36th Caribbean Media Awards from Bridgetown. We'll be right back.
Through all my travels, I've realized an island is only as big as its heart. And in my time in Barbados, I've seen the heart of the island, even through the people, through the food, even through the rum. The way we travel has completely changed, but it's the best feeling to know that peace of mind is right within our reach. The guy who's my taxi driver, his name is Big Apple. He has true Bayesian spirit. He's welcomed me into this island and he's given me the most authentic experience. When it comes to Bayesian food, I am obsessed with breadfruit cuckoo.
This has no business tasting this good.
So I got to try breadfruit cuckoo for the first time on Peg Farm. I had a really good time going to check out the rum tours. If you are a fan of rum punch or just rum cocktails in general, you're gonna have a really good time on that tour. And Barbados, if you do not know, has incredible water. They've got some amazing underwater shipwrecks. The turtles here are beautiful and they literally are so friendly. This island has big stories to tell and big moments for you to capture. So when you're ready to reimagine the way you explore, Barbados is open and so is its heart.
We gather as one, united Caribbean. We join hands in one big cultural explosion. To the heartbeat of the drum, our rhythm in the sun. With pride and passion, time for celebration. Let's show the world boundless creativity. Let's show the world the beauty of our artistry. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Our roots, Caribbean roots. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. Gary Festa. Gary Festa. Barbados. Gary Festa.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 36th CBU Media Awards from Bridgetown, Barbados. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed our pleasure now to introduce you to our Minister of Culture in the Office of the Prime Minister, Dr. Shantal Munro-Knight, to address you. Please make her welcome.
Good night to all of you. Now, you guys do better than that. Good night, everyone. Good night. It's really a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank the organizers so much for doing me the honor of having me deliver some remarks on this occasion. Now, I note that the Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, Mia Amor-Mottley, would have delivered the remarks for your opening. And let me tell you, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to be coming after the Prime Minister as well. Those are some deep and big footprints to come after. I note as well that you would have had an address by Minister Abrams as well, and some other key officials from government. I myself came a little bit late. I just came from Senate, where we were debating a bill that required a 2/3 majority. So I dashed over here, and I say that only to say to you that it demonstrates the real commitment of our government to the CBU and to the media as well. Many people don't know that I actually have an associate degree in mass communications. I worked for a little bit in the media. I recall there was a time when just in casual conversation, I think I made the mistake of calling myself a journalist. And I received a very long note from one of the elders in the industry at that time, giving me definitions, okay, of the difference between a journalist and a reporter, and very much detailing that the lifespan of my experience did not qualify me to hold that title of journalist. So I was very much put in my place, and I made sure that I never stepped out of that place thereafter. But it was also, for me, a point of reflection, yeah? I really want to herald all of you that belong to the media fraternity. Having had that very brief sojourn there, I don't think that people understand fully the level of sacrifice, commitment, hard work, and dedication that it takes for you to do what you do every single day and show up. You work in an area that is often very thankless. People say you are important, the media is important, your work is important. But at the same time that you can be heralded, you can be vilified as well in the exact same breath. But still, you turn up and you produce. That is perhaps something like the orange economy. It is sometimes referred to as the invisible economy, because similarly to the work that you do, the orange economy, again, is spoken of very eloquently, very passionately, but very often, again, we are not able to move lip service into actual fundamental support for the sector as well. I also want to say to you that I recognize that in juxtapositioning the notion of the Caribbean media and the orange economy, there's a clear recognition that you understand that fundamental role, as the Prime Minister would have reiterated, would have urged and reminded, that the media plays in undergirding national identity, particularly through building cultural resilience. In a world in which many of the challenges that we face globally, many of the fractures that we see on the global stage are not just economic. Many of them are sociocultural. The issues of how societies are wielded together, the issues of who belong and who does not belong, the issues of how we treat to issues of gender and peace, those are issues very much of culture. Also as well, we live in a world in which news and education is a little bit porous, because the mediums through which we receive our news and education is also so dynamic and so fluid and comes from so many different entry points that we all grapple with what is factual, what is correct, what is nuanced, what is for us, and what we need to be. News and how we receive it as well is changing. The notion of the orange economy is also recognition that perhaps our development trajectory is no longer linear. Very often, historically, we spoke to our society and its development pathways only in the context of economic development. We spoke a little bit about social development. But again, that notion of culture being invisible, we often did not pay attention to culture, its growth, and its contribution. But more and more, that is changing. And in a large part, due to the work of you, media practitioners. Because you are not just receptacles of our culture, but you are also the ones who help us to project it, to preserve it, and essentially as well to be very much the voices, the echo chambers of the culture that we have in the Caribbean that is so rich and that we need to be able to showcase to the world. The showcasing of our culture to the world and who we are is also a part of strengthening that story of our national identity, our Caribbean identity, and our Caribbean story. Giving that to the world, giving those stories to the world, is also about making sure that our space within the global arena is seen and celebrated in ways that yet we have not yet understood the impact that we can make. Certainly, I am one who believes fully, that within the global arena, that this is an area that the region can be competitive in. That where we will struggle a bit in terms of creating a niche for ourselves economically, where we will struggle to be able to establish nodes within the global space, that culture, our culture, is an area of excellence that is untapped. We value it sometimes within the region in a very instrumental way. So when we talk about culture, in the orange economy, we see just the arts. We see just the performance. But globally, culture is a billion-dollar industry. And all of the information and data that we have suggests that it's also one of the most resilient sectors as well. If we look at what happened in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic, and even though initially there was a heavy impact on the cultural sector and the creatives, what the data tells us as well, that our creatives were able to bounce back. It opened a pathway for the use of digital technologies that birth new ways of expression and open new markets that we had not envisioned before. Some statistics suggest, even by UWI Cave Hill, that even within the context of COVID-19, in Barbados, the orange economy actually grew. It is resilient. It is resilient because it depends on the creative energies of people, that while, again, other areas of development can be constrained, our culture, our creation, our creativity is something that comes from within and something that people find and will find very hard to be able to constrain in the same way. It is also one of the sectors in which you will find the greatest amounts of young people participating. And therefore, even within the context of the challenges that we face as a region with youth and youth crime and violence, culture and the creative economy offers a pathway for them to be able to explore and use that creative energy and talent. In fact, here in Barbados, one of the things that we have been trying to do is to move that notion of culture and the orange economy from an elitist place to one that is embedded within our communities, to one in which communities see themselves very much a part of that evolution of that cultural space, and that they are given the freedom to be able to create, as I said before, without constraint. They be able to create from the wellspring of their own imaginations and their own experience. And again, I see that is a strength of culture and the orange economy. So we know that the orange economy globally is growing, it's strong. We know that it is a place where young people see themselves, but still a place that is undervalued. Within the division of culture, we are in the process of mapping that orange economy and its contribution to Barbados. Because again, unless we see it counted, we don't recognize it. Later this year, in September, hopefully, we will be revealing the results of that mapping exercise. But our initial data already tells us a few things. One, it tells us that 71% of those within the cultural sphere working and producing are women, young women, 71%. 71%. You can clap for that, you can clap for that. So again, if we talk about the notion of building an inclusive Caribbean, an inclusive Barbados, this is a sector in which young people see themselves and which women see themselves as well. What we also note in our preliminary data is that creatives here in Barbados are exporting. They are exporting. And that was interesting for us because, again, we have a view, again, of a creative sector that is underdeveloped. We need to do more. We're not doing enough. People are not getting out there. But again, the data tells us that we are exporting. The difficulty, though, is that a fairly high proportion of that is re-exports, and that is something that we have to be able to work on. But we do have significant exporting happening within the sector. And that, again, is something that should be championed. That, again, is something that we will put the weight of the division of culture behind. Because, like I said, once we are able to export it, and people see it, and it gets on the global stage, it stands as a testimony of our excellence within the Caribbean. And that is why certainly Barbados is very happy to be hosting CariFesta 15 here that starts in a couple of days. I want to tell you, one of my responsibilities within, somebody introduced me as the Minister with responsibility for culture, but I sit in the Prime Minister's office with several responsibilities. So I would have just done, the division would have just done crop over. And without a breath, we are into CariFesta 15 within a couple of days. But that notion, though, of the celebration of our Caribbean arts, of the recognition of the orange economy and its contribution and what it can bring not only to us in the context of nation building, but what we can offer the world and the globe is an important moment for us. It is an important moment for all of us. It's CariFesta 15. Because in this moment, as we celebrate, as we showcase, there are a number of things that will happen at the same time. I keep talking about this notion of nation building. And I can't stress enough the role of all of us and the media in understanding our role in undergirding that foundation that we need to have within our societies. that is built on self-awareness, self-identity, that allows us as Caribbean people to take up space in any arena because we know ourselves, understand our history, and can feel confident. That is what culture gives us. It gives us that confidence. And as we do that, the media is a critical partner, as I said. Not only instrumentally, just to propel and to show, but the challenge for all of us is how do we balance a nation, how do we balance a region that can be so easily distracted, There's so much happening that we do not pay sufficient attention to those things that are fundamental to who we are. I also understand the challenge for the media. This is one of the areas that you're always vilified. How do you balance that notion of being profitable as businesses, the balance that responsibility to serve the public in a meaningful and strategic way? But I want to say to you that that is a challenge for all of us. That in doing so, it is a partnership that we have to be able to enter into together. That there is no other way for us to be able to confront that unless we break down the nodes of how we see society, government, and private sector and media. But that as a region, our footsteps are going to be anchored, not in separateness, but in how we do this journey together. All of us playing different roles, but with the same understanding, fundamentally, of what it is that we need to do in order to propel national development and regional development. As I close, I want to say to you that we have to stick to the task. As difficult as it is, as much as we ourselves are challenged, whether it is resource-wise, and certainly for those within the cultural sector, even within the division of culture, there's a challenge to keep pace with the changes that happened. Again, I am one who is a little bit skeptical of all of the AI and all of those things. I reposted something just recently on my Instagram from Jamaica. There's these memes going around with these little babies. Have anybody seen it? I love them. I love them. But isn't it a little bit scary as well? That you can do something and have these little children, these little babies that are nice and cute, sending messages. And I say to myself, what if that gets corrupted? What if that gets corrupted? And so that challenge as well about how we navigate this new arena, digital technologies, people are streaming more. It gives us exposure, yes, but then who takes charge and ownership of our content? Who owns it? How do we control what happens when somebody within 2 minutes can create a song on an app and call it Calypso and put it out there? And how do we all navigate this new space? And that is why I said it's something that we need to be able to do together. I challenge you, like I started to say, before I got a little bit distracted with the Jamaican babies, to stick to task. To stick to task. That your role is so important and so fundamental to us as a Caribbean people, You are essentially the holders of our memories. You are our storytellers. You are that critical voice that we need sometimes to be able, again, to come back from the extremes. You are our guardians. And as we move forward, as developing countries, as Caribbean countries, in this world that is so complex and can be so challenging, there is such a need for steadfastness on your part to continue to remember that responsibility that you have been given, that responsibility that we have placed on you. And I say to you, speaking on the behalf of those within the creative sector, that you are our champions as well. And we thank you. We thank you for walking with us, for being the champions, but still, we ask for more. Again, I want to congratulate all of you who have been nominated, who have won awards. You guys are all superstars. Again, I know what it is to turn up 5 o'clock. You know, listen, we know the stories, right? 24 hours, no sleep, to get on a little plane and hop over to the hurricane-torn island and be there just like everybody else without water, light, and all of that. That's your reality. That's what you are able to give to us. So for me, all superstars, and I thank you so very much for your contribution. Thank you.
And we thank you to Dr. Shantal Munro-Knight, Minister of Culture in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture. One, for understanding who we are and what we do, and for acknowledging and thanking us for what we do. I assure you, given by our existence, we know what we do. And we guarantee you that we shall continue to do exactly what you've defined and set up for us as a mission to accomplish. We do so every single day. Some of us wake up before 5, I do, every single morning to be at work. And so we assure you that that's what it is that we do. The other thing that I saw today, one of the comments made by one of you coming out of a session you would have had with the governor of the central bank, Dr. Kevin Greenidge, was, we are rich in culture, but we don't get rich from culture. That imbalance has to be rectified, don't you agree? We got to find a way to make that happen. And so I'm excited by the conversations that would have been ongoing throughout this whole General Assembly to really look at media and the orange economy and how we can happily marry so that we can all live forevermore wedded and be successful in what we're doing for richer and for poorer. Together we shall. So thank you so much indeed. Let's continue with the awards. You're not here to hear me preach. It's now time, though, for the print awards, and we will begin with the production categories. We'd like to invite to the stage now to present the trophies and certificates Mrs. Ella Drummond-Hoyos, Jamaica's Honorary Consul to Barbados and the Chair of the Caribbean Media Corporation. And we begin this evening with the Best Print News Story, which recognizes special mention by taking a look at your screen. Special mention goes to the Guyana Chronicle, Too Hot to Handle, Our Rising Temperatures Hurting Us. So congratulations indeed to the Guyana Chronicle. And the award for the Best Print News Story goes to Resident Gangs Keep Up St. Paul Street Safe by Gregory McBurney and Charlene Rampersad of Trinidad and Tobago Newsday. As they're not here, the Secretary General of the CBU will receive on their behalf. And now to the Best Print Story, Sports Story. While there is no award winner this year, the judges did see fit to recognize by special mention this contribution. That of Trinidad and Tobago's Newsday's Basarath on back foot over Club Grants. Congratulations to you indeed for special mention. And a further special mention was recognized in the category So we move on to the winner of the Best Print Investigative Item Award. This goes to Warner in the Mix by Joshua Simangal of Guardian Media, Trinidad and Tobago. We'd ask the, yes, Secretary General, you can. Mr. President, next time it's your turn. Just putting you on notice. And the print format also provided a great pool of high-quality entries about entertainment. Here's our special mention winner. RJR Gleno Communications Group Jamaica. It was an unexpected ruling. And the print format also provided that great pool. So our winner of the award for Best Print Entertainment Item is guitarist Kyle Peters' Persistence Pays Off by Narissa Fraser of Trinidad and Tobago Newsday. And thank you so much, Mrs. Drummond-Hoyos, as well. We now welcome to the stage Mrs. Sheena Warner-Edwards, Communications Manager for the Healthy Caribbean Coalition, which this year has sponsored the category for print coverage of healthy food policy. And that award goes to RJR Gleno Communications Group, Youth Advocates Hungry for School Nutrition Policy by Sashana Small. Congratulations. Next up is the award for excellence in responsible reporting on youth involvement and crime. And that award now goes to The Nation newspaper. Play for Peace by Trey Graves. Thank you so much, Mrs. Warner-Edwards. The Nation turned up. They turned up. I'd like now to invite back to the stage Mrs. Kelly Magnus, Executive Director of the Caribbean Culture Fund, to present the award for excellence in print media coverage of Caribbean arts and culture. And we start this presentation with a special mention. Take a look at your screen. That goes to Guardian Media Limited Trinidad and Tobago cultural experts. Vibes Cartel concert shows need for foreign validation. And the award goes to John Canoe, Ghosts of Christmas Past by Shoshana Small, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Jamaica. Congratulations, and thank you, Miss Magnus, as well. Thank you. Now, the final sponsored print category is Health Education Journalism, sponsored by Sagicor. And I'm pleased now to invite to the stage Mrs. Keisha Humphrey-Mayers, Manager Communications and Brand Experience. The award goes to Disease Transfer Eliminated by Shoshana Small of RJR Gleaner Communications Group. Shoshana, you've had a busy year. I am telling you, when did you find the time to sleep? She doesn't know, but you've done well. We're celebrating you tonight. Thank you. And thank you very much. You're watching the 36th Media Awards from the Caribbean Broadcasting Union. We'll take a break. We're back in just a moment.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. Over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wes Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Carifesta 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park is the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony.
Every child in Belize holds a dream and a right to grow up with hope, a fair chance, and opportunities. From the coastlines of Curacao to the hills of Toledo, UNICEF Belize is on the ground every day, working to turn those dreams into reality. Access to quality education, life-saving nutrition and healthcare, clean water and safe environments, protection in times of crisis and emergencies. We partner with communities and government leaders to ensure every child gets a fair shot, no matter where they live or what challenges they face. In every village, every town, children are dreaming big, and UNICEF Belize is helping to make these dreams real. Because when we uplift children, we build a stronger, brighter Belize.
in a country where...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 36th CBU Media Awards show, and it's now my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. David Adams, member of the Advisory Board for the Center of Media Integrity of the Americas, to announce a new award in support of media freedom in the Caribbean.
Thank you very much. My extreme pleasure to be here with you all. Distinguished members of the CBU and government minister and other dignitaries present. The Center for Media Integrity of the Americas is delighted and extremely proud to announce a new award for investigative journalism. The Center for Media Integrity was founded 3 years ago to promote and support the practice of independent, ethical journalism and social media production in the Americas, funded exclusively through voluntary donations. Our founding director, Ambassador John Feely, who would have liked to have been here with you, is a retired U.S. diplomat and former U.S. Marine, and one of your very own, Sonia Gill, is a member of our board of advisors. The center seeks to accomplish its goals of promoting independent and ethical journalism by mentoring the next generation of investigative journalists and media professionals. To achieve this, we collaborate with the United Nations Development Program and the University of Maryland's Philip Merrill College of Journalism to host workshops for journalists. Our last one was in Panama in January. The week-long program brought together 15 mid-career journalists from across the Americas to address pressing challenges in the field of journalism, including disinformation, ethical reporting, and the use of digital tools to enhance investigative reporting. These seminars highlight the value of cross-border knowledge sharing by incorporating regional experts, case studies, and workshops tailored to the challenges faced by journalists in the Americas. The center is founded on the belief that we in the Americas can gain enormously from our shared experiences in this hemisphere. Since our founding, the Center for Media Integrity has been proud to count among its partners the Gabriel Garcia Marquez Foundation, Latin America's preeminent organization that supports high-quality journalism in the spirit of its founder, Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Colombian journalist and Nobel Prize author. In the past, journalists like myself in the United States might have looked south to understand the challenges faced by journalists in highly polarized and violent political climates. Today, as journalism is coming under increasing threat in the United States, there is a lot that journalists in Latin America and the Caribbean can teach us through their collective muscle memory, developed working under government censorship, threats, harassment, and open judicial persecution. Their insights and advice highlight the importance of global solidarity in defending press freedom. We held our last seminar in Panama as part of our goal to decentralize access to high-level training opportunities and empowering journalists closer to the communities that they serve. I very much hope that one of our future seminars might be held right here in the Caribbean, perhaps in Barbados. As we heard in this afternoon's session, we also believe passionately in the need to help encourage, develop, and promote creative minds who often struggle to find an outlet for their talent. Sonia and I and our other board members are always on the lookout for Caribbean journalists to nominate for our seminars. So please spread the word in your newsrooms at your media companies. And finally, allow me to congratulate all of tonight's winners and for the CBU for hosting this marvelous event. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Adams, we thank you as well, and thanks also to the Center for Media Integrity of the Americas in partnering with the CBU. We do look forward, as I guarantee you there will be several entries, to the inaugural presentation of the award winner in next year's CBU Awards. You can be sure of it. Thank you. Time now for the awards to continue in the most accessible and popular media format in the region, radio. It is my pleasure now to invite to the stage to present the awards for the radio production categories, Mr. Embert Charles, President of the World Association for Christian Communication, and a member of this year's panel of judges for these CBU Awards. Welcome, sir. And we'll begin by recognizing the top entries in the category of radio documentary. And the winner of the award for the best radio documentary is from the Barbados Government Information Service, On the Call for the Captain, Part 1, by Shayla Morel and Andre Olton. The recipients of the award for Best Radio Documentary, the Barbados Government Information Service. Congratulations. Now we move to the Best Radio Magazine. That award goes to Cuba. Our America, 50 Years of Musical Excellence by Roberto Antonio Gonzalez. Congratulations indeed, and receiving on their behalf is the Secretary General for Best Radio Magazine. I think many of you would agree with me that radio is the perfect medium for drama, and the CBU Awards celebrates this category. This year, the winner of the award for the best radio drama is from Cuba, Barquito de Papel. Moving along, we move now to the category dedicated to the most common way that we learn quickly and comprehensively what's happening in our communities, societies, and the world. That's for the Best News Story Radio. We begin with a special mention. Recognizing the contribution of Starcom Network after the Hurricane Beryl, the Road to Recovery, Tonisha Rockyaw and John Stout. So the award for the best radio news story goes to Jamaica, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group Child Killer, Coyote Satchel by Raquel Porter. Well done. Congratulations to you indeed. More awards in radio. We're celebrating radio now. Radio and sports go together like cheese and bread, or like West Indies and, not losing, cricket. And it's a pleasure now to announce the winner of the award for Best Sports Story. This is in radio, note. And it goes to discussion of Mijain Lopez's gold in Paris 2024 by Duye Reyes Gomez of Cuba. And up next is a very important area of investigative reporting in the format of radio. And the award for the Best Radio Investigative Report goes to Seniors, Climate Change, Forgotten Ones by Esther Jones, Natalie Gore, and Ryan Bachu of the Caribbean Investigative Journalism Network, Barbados. Well done, Esther. The next category is the Best Comedy on Radio, and that award goes to "'Twas the Night Before Bajan Christmas" by Andre Harewood and Kimberly Skeet of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, Barbados. Perhaps Joanne, you can receive on behalf of your colleagues from the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. Well done to each. The next category we recognize now is for the Best Radio Entertainment Program. And the award for the Best Entertainment Program on Radio goes to Saturday Brunch, featuring Nessa Preppy, the executive producers TTT Limited, Talk City 91.1 FM, the producer-presenter Jaron Rockus Remy of TTT Limited, Trinidad and Tobago. And not too often acknowledged, but vital to a successful radio content, are the engineers. And so the CBU recognizes this category of content creators. And while there's no award winner this year in that category, Best Sound Engineer, the certificate of special mention goes to A Matter of Interest, Cool Travels, Seatbelt Safety, Andre Olton of the Barbados Government Information Service. And the first of our themed categories in the radio format recognizes excellence in responsible reporting on youth involvement in crime. And for this particular relevant area in our time of our region, let me announce the award winner for responsible reporting on youth involvement in crime. That recognition goes to Starcom Network. The surge in youth-related violent crime in Barbados, Shantal Munro-Gibson. You can tell there's a lot of love between the CBC and the Starcom Network, right? You can tell. Thank you, Shantal, and thank you so much, Mr. Charles, as well. Thank you. Join me now in welcoming back to the stage the Executive Director of the Caribbean Culture Fund, Ms. Kelly Magnus, to present the trophies and certificates for the radio category of Excellence in Media Coverage of Caribbean Arts and Culture. We begin with the winner of a recognition by way of special mention, and that is for the contribution made by Cuba. I know you're challenging me to say those Cuban words, so smash sure. Martha Jean-Claude, a woman between two islands. Elizabeth Alvarez Hernandez. Well done indeed. There's another word coming that will trip me, so believe me, I'm saving that trip for later on. All right. And the winner of the award for excellence in media coverage of Caribbean arts and culture in the radio format is to Jamaica, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group, fading into history. Jamaica's dying Christmas tradition, Kimon White. Congratulations to you indeed and to all, and thank you so much, ma'am. It's the 36th CBU Media Awards. We'll take a break. We're back with more in just a moment.
By land and by sea. Throughout history, people have been fascinated by turtles. In the Lenape's origin story, the creator took a giant turtle out of the ocean. It grew into Turtle Island, what we call North America. Turtles have captured our attention in modern culture as well. From Aesop's tortoise who outsmarted the hare, to modern-day heroes in a half-shell and other cartoon characters. Celebrating these reptile friends in media and pop culture is not enough. These days, many turtle species need our help just to survive. 6 of the world's 7 sea turtle species, all of which are globally endangered, inhabit the diverse marine habitats of the Caribbean. Loggerhead, green, hawksbill, leatherback, Kemp's ridley, olive ridley. These species have provided residents with a source of food, wealth, and cultural inspiration for more than 2,500 years. Sea turtles were once so abundant in Caribbean waters that early mariners recorded extreme difficulty navigating their boats around them in the ocean. Today's situation is very different in the Caribbean and around the globe. Loggerhead sea turtle populations are just 3% of what they were 4 centuries ago. Leatherback turtles are at just 60% of what they were in the last 150 years. Green turtle populations are just 10% of what they were 100 years ago. Studies reveal that 1/3 of all sea turtle nests in the Caribbean are lost to the following threats: unintentional capture and entanglement in fishing gear, hunting and poaching of adults and eggs for human consumption, habitat loss and degradation from coastal development and climate impacts, vessel strikes, ingestion of marine pollution or debris, climate warming that affects male-female ratio of eggs. But there is hope. The Nature Conservancy has been at the forefront of efforts that have resulted in strong signs of recovery in sea turtle populations in the Caribbean. On St. Croix, we put a sea turtle conservation program into place at our Jack and Isaac Bay Preserve, which is a habitat stronghold protected from development. We patrol beaches to prevent poaching, help rescue and release turtle hatchlings, and collect data to monitor population growth. Today, the largest nesting populations of green and hawksbill sea turtles on the island are found at our preserve, and our efforts have raised the number of green sea turtles nesting at the site from 8 individuals to more than 300. TNC is also advancing habitat conservation and restoration efforts that help turtles, other wildlife, and people too. Ocean management. The Caribbean is home to 10% of the world's reefs, 18% of the world's seagrass beds, and 12% of the world's mangroves. These coastal ecosystems teem with marine life and provide an estimated value of nearly $15 billion annually in fisheries, tourism, recreation, and carbon storage, supporting nearly half of the region's economy. The ocean is essential to daily life and culture in the region. Ocean habitats in the Caribbean are under severe stress from overfishing, rapid warming, acidification, and human pressures like development, pollution, recreation, and shipping. Here is Samoya from the TNC Caribbean team to tell us more about their efforts.
TNC is working hand in hand with national governments and the fishing industry to bring science, conservation, and policy together for a sustainable ocean future.
Coral reefs are the hallmarks of the Caribbean, and their colorful beauty is a magnet for sea life and tourism. They also protect communities from coastal flooding and erosion, absorbing an average of 97% of the energy of incoming waves during storms, which is especially important because close to 70% of the Caribbean's population lives in coastal flood zones. In recent decades, coral coverage in the Caribbean has declined by almost 60%, and the remaining reefs face threat from warmer waters, stronger storms, disease, overfishing, and pollution.
TNC is at the forefront of large-scale, long-term solutions for struggling coral reefs. We're developing, testing, and implementing cutting-edge coral reproduction techniques that grow new specimens faster and with higher survival rates than ever before.
Climate resilience. 44 million people in the Caribbean are on the front lines of climate change, facing challenges like floods, heat waves, accelerating sea level rise, and more intense storms.
TNC is promoting nature as an important part of the solution by drastically increasing marine protected areas and advocating for nature-based resilience projects. We continue providing powerful testing, science resources, and mapping tools to our communities.
Every step we take to protect and restore habitat for endangered sea turtles benefits life. Help sea turtles, other marine life, and people too by supporting the Nature Conservancy's work in the Caribbean.
And to all of you, we say welcome back to the 36th Caribbean Media Awards from Bridgetown, Barbados. And when we talk about the orange economy and the excellence of what represents who we are, we're talking of none other than from Barbados, Kweku Jelani, who himself is a singer, a trumpeter, who took the time to travel to the home of jazz, to immerse himself and experience what it is to rub shoulders literally with the best of jazz. And so tonight, we are absolutely pleased, I hope you feel the same way too, by your applause, to welcome to the stage Mr. Kweku Jelani.
Blessed good night, ladies and gentlemen. CBU, how are you? My name is Kweku. I'm gonna bless you with an original piece. This one called Do the Thing. Wanna encourage you to keep doing your thing. I'm gonna do mine. Listen. Whoa, Lord, Lord, Lord. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. So look at it, do it, no. Listen. When the rhythm jumps and the groove starts and your body just keeps on moving and you feel that beat straight to your heart, you don't know what you're doing. When the rhythm jumps and the groove starts and your body just keeps on moving and you feel that beat straight to your heart, what you gotta do, people? You gotta do the thing, baby. Ooh, just do your thing, Lord. So look at it, do, Lord. You gotta do your thing. Good Lord, Lord. Just do your thing now. Now listen to me closely now. When you do that thing, you better do it from your soul now. Now this thing ain't something to to be bought the soul. No, 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 no. When you do that thing, you better give your all. It don't matter if you're black, white, short, and tall. No, no, no. Just do your thing, baby. So look at it, do. Just do your thing, Lord. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on and do your thing. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. And now for those who wondering what this thing is doing in my hand, listen. Just do your thing, Lord, 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 Lord. Just do your thing, Lord. CBU, my name is Kwaku. Good night to you.
Said like a Bajan, you like that, nah? Well, I like him too. So for those of you from elsewhere across the region, that's our dialect to say, yes, we do like it a lot. So perhaps you've learned a new phrase to take home to wherever you're from, but we encourage you while you're here to immerse yourself in our lingo. This is how we do it. Cross-cultural indeed, and so we want to celebrate who we are as a people in language, in our profession, in everything. So as you rub shoulders, taste our food. Enjoy our music, talk to a Bajan, sit down with a Bajan, just like, you get it, right? I see my girl from Jamaica practicing this thing, eh? That's all right, that's good. All right, so thank you so much to Kwaku Jelani. Wasn't he outstanding? That's an example of richness from the orange economy. And we can do this together as practitioners of media. We can showcase them. We see the benefits flow therefrom. It's our responsibility. So I know you will embrace that responsibly as we go. There are a couple of awards that we want to recognize this evening. We'd invite the president of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union to join me on stage to make these two presentations. That happens at times, right? Thank you, sir. This award, the first award, is for an advertising award for Best Public Service Advertisement on Television, because we're moving into the television awards. That award goes to the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica for World Diabetes Day 2024, put well-being at the heart of diabetes care. Sherez Jackson, Gabrielle Thompson-Jackson, and Claude Watkis. The other award now is for the Best Entertainment Feature Digital. This one goes to Trinidad and Tobago. Mash up the music that made us pan. The producer TTT Limited, well done indeed. Come forward for your award. Oh, Mr. President to Secretary General. Thank you both, and thank you, Mr. President Anthony Green, as well, for making those presentations. Time now for some other television awards, and we're asking now the Minister in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture, Senator Dr. Shantal Munro-Knight, to make these presentations. And the first presentation is in the category of Best TV Documentary Program, but we start with recognizing a special mention. We acknowledge this evening from Cuba, or Colombia. Merci. We're just getting a view of the work, the outstanding work done by the broadcasters across the region. And so the Best Documentary Program Television is going to Jamaica. Here today, gone tomorrow, the RJR Gleaner Communications Group. We acknowledge the work of Giovanni Dennis, Jelani Campbell, Dion Jackson Miller, Ivan Shaw, Paul Davis, Ruben Nunez, Victor Johnson, and Milton Reed from the RJR Gleaner Communications Group for the Best Documentary Program Television. And with so many entries, quality entries in this category, it's not surprising that we have another special mention to present. And look at this. Special mention to TTT Limited, Trinidad and Tobago, Sankofa, Return to Self. We move now to the category of TV Magazine Program. And for a very creditable performance in this category, we have a winner of a special mention. Take a look at the screen. Recognizing the contribution, Lyrical and Teddy St. John, Seasons 3. The recipient of the award for Best Magazine Program Television goes to Countdown to Paris 2024 of the RJR Gleaner Communications Group. Camille Barrett, Ornella Taylor, Jordan Fort, and the television production crew. We move now to an area that touches our lives. None of us can forget how we made sure that we were home to be glued on our couches as the fictional but very real series made their way onto our TV screens. It's now time to recognize the best entry in the category of TV drama. The winner is Valientes, Canal Cuba Vision, Cuba. Well, television news remains the flagship program of most broadcast media around the world, and for us, it's so in the region. So we make sure to be home on time or getting our DVRs set to watch the news, right? And with many excellent quality entries in this category this year, we recognize a special mention now. That is of CPL Emergency Nakesha Logan from NCN News. There's another special mention we want to recognize in this category as well for news, the best news story. Goes to Guardian Media Limited, Trinidad and Tobago, CNC 3. Would you believe there's a third special mention? Yes, there is. Take a look at your screens to see who else work the judges thought was worthy of mention. That's from the RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Distracted on Duty Part 1. So, beating out the strong competition in this category, the winner of the award for Best TV News Story is from Greater Belize Media. Retired public officers protest during budget debate again. The reporter Paul Lopez, the videographer Joel Westby. Thank you to Greater Belize as well. Well done. And while there is no award in the category of Best Sports Story, Television, the judges decided to recognize this special mention. To RJR Gleaner Communications Group, from junior standout to Olympian Denise Walters. Well, tonight, we prove that investigative reporting is holding its own on TV. And as we move now to the category of Best Investigative Report, we get going with a special mention in this category. Cindy Ragobert from CNC3 TV6. CCN TV6. Taking home the trophy for the Best TV Investigative Report, News 5 investigates Caribe Blue Casino from Belize, Greater Belize. Congratulations. Well, we know for most of us, whether streaming or over the air, the screen is the main source of entertainment. And once again, we had lots of top-notch nominees to consider in the category Best TV Entertainment Program. Let's look at some special mentions. 12 Carols of Christmas. Also, this other special mention to TTT Limited with Penny on Point, Young Brother, and Pimpin' Season 3. The award for Best Entertainment Program Television goes to the National Channel of Belize for Glazed Out the Competition, Season 3, the National Channel. Well, TV production, as you know, is a very stressful exercise. You should feel it from here. Not for the weak. As a producer or director this evening, Mr. Keith Campbell would tell you, he's in my ear all the time. Which brings us now to the category of Best TV Producer. The 36th CBU Media Award judges reviewed portfolios from a number of entrants and decided to recognize the following with a special mention. for Best TV Producer, RJR Gleaner Group, All Angles, January 10th and 24th. And so the winner of the Best TV Producer goes to Naturally Jamaica. Know Your Natives and Endemics. Yes, it's from the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica. You notice they passed by RJR and said, Teta, right? Well done, PBC. Thank you, Dr. Munro-Knight. Thank you so much, Dr. Munro-Knight. Thank you. I love it. The rivalry is rich. Love it. That's what makes media interesting, doesn't it? In some way, though we're family, we compete and we love it because we're all brothers and sisters in this one room. And we all share one common goal, to do good for our country and for self as well. And so we recognize that tonight. So don't mind the haggling. It's okay. Tomorrow we get down to work, right? Indeed we do. And now we turn our attention to the themed categories in television. It's my pleasure to invite back to the stage Dr. Cleveland Sam to present the prizes in the categories sponsored by the Nature Conservancy Caribbean Division. And under the category of excellence and in environmental reporting on mangrove or seagrass beds, a special mention goes to Belize Rees, improving but still needs saving. And the awards for excellence in environmental reporting goes to Rocking the Boat by RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Romardo Lyons, Ivan Shaw, and Houghton West. Congratulations, RJR. Thank you, Dr. Sam. The Caribbean Broadcasting Union is pleased to welcome as a first-time category sponsor UNICEF Belize. It's my pleasure now to invite to the stage Ms. Tanya Radosavlovich, representative of UNICEF Eastern Caribbean Area Office, on behalf of the counterpart UNICEF team from Belize, to make these presentations. Did I get it right? I practiced. Thank you. The first category to be presented is Child Rights Champion, Investigative Reporting Story. The winner of this award is Greater Belize Media. I am a child, not a bride, ending child marriage in Belize. Reporter Brittany Gordon, videographer Charles Wesby. Joel Wesby. Well done. And the next UNICEF Belize supported category is Child Rights Champion, Elimination of Violence Against Children. And that award now goes to Greater Belize. Where did she go? Come right back. How is TCC fighting bullies? Greater Belize. Let's hear your applause for them. Great work done indeed. Child Rights Champion, Elimination of Violence Against Children. And finally, we applaud the winner of the UNICEF Belize Child Rights Champion, Children Who Inspire Story. That award goes now to oh, she's smart, she stayed. Greater Belize Media. 15-year-old aspiring politician shines at International Debate Conference. Thank you, Dr. Radosavljevic. Let me return now to the stage Mrs. Sheena Warner-Edwards, Communications Officer of Healthy Caribbean Coalition. I'm pleased now to announce the award winner in the category Excellence in Coverage of Healthy Nutrition Food Policy on Television. That goes to This Is My Life. Stories from people living with NCDs, Alvin Ford, the Barbados Government Information Service. Esther Jones, Melissa Rollock, and Erin Greenwich. Well done, thank you so much, BGIS. Ma'am, Mrs. Warner-Edwards, I'll put on my principal's hat. Thou shalt not move until I say. Now we move to the category Excellence in Reporting on Trafficking in Persons in the Television Format. That goes all the way to the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, TTT Limited. Now I thank you. She's so obedient, isn't she? Punishment released. Time now to welcome back to the stage the Executive Director of the Caribbean Culture Fund, Ms. Kelly Magnus, now to present the prizes in the category of Excellence in Media Coverage of Caribbean Arts and Culture. And we begin with special mention of these entries. RJR Gleaner Communications Group. And the winner in this category I apologize for the slight delay. We're trying to resolve a matter here, but congratulations nonetheless. And we will be happy to reveal that winner in just a little while. We now turn to, and I want to thank you, ma'am. I apologize. Sincerely apologies, indeed. Please welcome back to the stage for our best production on land degradation neutrality in the television format, Dr. Ronan Francis, Executive Director of the Partnership Initiative for Sustainable Land Development. The winner in this category, the cost of deforestation at the supermarket, Greater Belize Media. Thank you, Dr. Francis. Thank you so much. Our next television category is Financial Literacy Journalism, and representing Sagicor tonight is Ms. Harriet Brathwaite, Manager Communications and Brand Experience. Please join me on stage. And we begin with some special mentions in this category. Who are they? Whose contributions the judges thought was worthwhile of mention? Well done to WESN content producers for understanding the financial planning process. There's also another one which the judges thought was worthwhile of special mention. That is Denise Williams' production of the Business Report from the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica. Special mention. Special mention. The awardee of the Financial Literacy Journalism in Television goes to Greater Belize Media for budgeting for Belizean Christmas traditions. Ms. Brathwaite, thank you so much. Now, the CBU's partnerships through these awards continue to expand, and as we'll hear shortly, there's another exciting set of new categories being announced tonight. It is my pleasure now to invite to the stage the UN Resident Coordinator for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Mr. Simon Springett. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much, and a very good evening, everyone. It's really, truly a privilege to join you at the CBU Media Awards, sharing this moment with you, surrounded by the most passionate, creative, and committed voices in Caribbean media. For over 3 decades, the CBU Media Awards have been much more than a platform to highlight excellence in journalism. They have served as a beacon for truth, creativity, and resilience. The CBU Media Awards have been a cornerstone of storytelling across the Caribbean, showcasing the power of words, image, and sounds to preserve our history, elevate our diverse voices, and share the lived realities of our people. On behalf of the United Nations, it is my great pleasure to announce an initiative that we believe will build upon this legacy, one that aligns with the spirit of these awards and harnesses the power of media continue to drive real and lasting impact across the region. Today, we are launching the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Champion Award. Sustainable development, as we've heard from many speakers throughout this evening, as well as the theme of many of the awards we've heard being given out today, really is a shared commitment to uplift families, empower communities, and to strengthen our nations. It's about telling stories that matter, stories of hope, of challenge, and of transformation. The Sustainable Development Goals, our global blueprint for progress, speaks directly to the heart of our region's aspirations, from quality education and healthcare to gender equality, youth empowerment, economic opportunity, and climate resilience. These goals reflect the urgent priorities that shape our lives, and they demand stories that move people and not simply inform them. We cannot build a sustainable, equitable, and resilient Caribbean without you, the media professionals. Your words, your images, your soundscapes have the power to inspire, to mobilize, and to transform, to turn our distant goals into personal realities and statistics into voices that demand to be heard. You have the power to connect communities, influence policy, and to accelerate change. These awards will honor work produced and transmitted in 2025 in radio, print, television, and digital that shine a spotlight on sustainable development, raising awareness and deepening understanding, and ultimately inspiring action across our Caribbean communities. We eagerly look forward to seeing the inspiring work that will be submitted for the next CBU Awards, and to celebrate you, the journalists and creators, who will help shape a more sustainable, equitable, and resilient Caribbean. I personally look very forward to joining you again next year at the 2025 Awards. My best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Springer, for joining us this evening and sharing your insightful message indeed. And we do appreciate your partnership with the Caribbean Broadcasting Union. There's one person we want to recognize tonight, which, you know, this is not Steve. I'm not the one who made the mistake with the announcement of the Royal Miss Universe. Must say. And these things happen from time to time, I think you'll appreciate, in live TV, and in most cases indeed, but we find as broadcasters ways to cover it, to get on with it, and to make good of what possibly could have been a disaster. But it's not a disaster in any other way. We really want tonight to also especially recognize by special mention the excellence in reporting of trafficking persons in the television format. Take a look at your screen and you'll see for yourself. See what I tell you? And you know, I did recognize the winner. I'm looking at the special mention, that's why. But special mention, they told me, is also the same one? Following instructions. They tell me that special mention also was to go to TTT Limited in that category, and so we congratulate you, TTT. I love your reaction. I love your reaction. Well done indeed. Now, while the CBU has recognized the creativity and quality in Caribbean digital media for some time now through the awards, this year it revamped the People's Choice Awards and made them all about the reels. We'd like now to ask the UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Springer, to come back to the stage, please, to make these presentations, sir. And the first People's Choice Award is for the Best News and Current Affairs Reel. That award goes to Gleaner journalist stranded in St. Elizabeth during the Hurricane Beryl, Andre Williams of RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Jamaica. This is People's Choice. So when they thought we were not engaging in other media to show what we do, now they know we do reels too. And up next is the Best Music Reel. The People's Choice Award for Best Music Reel goes to RJR Gleaner Communications Group, Jamaica, for Mile End Road Woes by Romardo Lyons and Lloyd Hines. Don't even sit down. come right back up. She was outside while I was calling their name. You know that happens at school sometimes? You were so distracted by something else, you were outside having a snack out of sight of the teacher, and your name was called. Boy, is that licks. Now to the People's Choice Award for Best Comedy Reel. Best Comedy Reel. The recipient of that award is... Should my eyes give it away? Greater Belize Media. You can call me fat, but you can't call me thief. That's for Best Comedy Reel. And up next is our final award in this category, and that is for Best Educational Reel. It's the People's Choice Award, now going to the RJR Communications Group. Romardo taught Sustainable Development Goals, Romardo Lions. Well done. Thank you so much, Mrs. Sprinkett, as well. All is said and done, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to the end of this 36th CBU Awards and the quality content creation, and we are demonstrating it throughout all of the categories. To all of you recipients, we say congratulations. This year has been record-breaking in terms of entries, and the CBU is certainly in the forefront, encouraging and promoting creative quality content that will certainly benefit the region for the rest of time. And you would have heard in many of the speeches how we are chroniclers of our history, to tell the story for generations to come. Congratulations to all of you awardees indeed. It is that time now for us to hear the final words for tonight from the CBU's president, Mr. Anthony Green. He thanks everyone who's made these 3 days possible, as I do, and he is going to announce the theme for the 57th Annual General Assembly, which takes place in August next year. Mr. Green.
Good night to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see you in your numbers and to experience the awards this evening. Excuse me. Next year, we will be in another Caribbean island. Can you guess which one it is? I hear Jamaica and Trinidad. I hear Trinidad and St. Kitts. Well, we haven't decided as yet. But we are deliberating, and soon, very soon, we will know, and we are looking forward to that very special announcement that we will make, so stay tuned. But one of the things that we definitely have decided on is the theme for next year, 2026. And that theme should be easy for you to guess. I'll give you a hint. Caribbean media and... That's right, Caribbean media and AI is a theme for 2026. I have good news for you. You can go ahead, clap for that. One of our partners, Public Media Alliance, will be conducting research on AI. And they have agreed to do a very special chapter on Caribbean media and AI. I want to thank CEO Christian Porter, who usually would be at the AGA, couldn't make it this year, and his team. And they will also be present at next year's AGA to share with us the results of that research. And for that, we are very grateful. And ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to congratulate all of the winners of the awards tonight. I recognize that Jamaica and Belize will have to purchase some additional suitcases, so I'll be on standby to take you to Bridgetown so you can get your extra suitcase to pack those awards. I also want to thank all who were nominated, recognizing, of course, that it was a record-breaking year. Now, can we top that in 2026? I believe we can. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Thank you.
We're on TV, we're also on radio, ladies and gentlemen, and so to our audiences, they're in those spaces as well on our digital platforms. We thank you for keeping company with us, being a part of the 36th Annual General Assembly's CBU Awards indeed. And so we're looking forward to the excellence of you for the 37th location to be announced soon, but certainly within the realm of artificial intelligence. And so to all of our media content producers around the Caribbean, we get to work. We get to work from tonight into tomorrow and into the next year. And so we're looking forward to seeing all of you yet again in a location soon to be announced where we celebrate the very best of what we produce. To all of you, a very good night. Thank you.
You've been viewing the 36th Annual CBU Media Awards live from Barbados. Join us in August 2026 for AGA 57, when our theme will be Caribbean Media and Artificial Intelligence, the Risks and the Rewards.